Hey everyone, it's your girl Anissa. I'm here today sharing some glow hacks, 7 of them to be exact, so your highlight game can be lit AF in time for summer and you can glow like a pro. Alright, so all these techniques I'm sharing with you today, I use on myself, I use it on people when I'm applying makeup on them, and I've either learned them from someone or kind of developed them myself. So it's truly like a customized, personalized list just for you all. So I hope you find it really useful, really helpful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite hack is, and subscribe to my channel so you'll be a part of the A gang and have some fun in this whole beauty world with me. Okay, so the first hack is all about lighting up your primer. So what you can do, there's 2 options I'm going to show you. One, you'll need like your favorite primer. Right now I just have like this little Smashbox Photo Finish primer. This is the lightweight version of it. And then what you can do is mix in just a liquid illuminator. And I usually just do this on the back of my hand. So I'll take like a little squeezy of that amount of primer and then have like a couple of dots of the liquid illuminator, so it'll look like that. A little more. And then I'll just mix it all together on the back of my hand, and it makes this consistency. So as you can see, it glows quite a bit. So this I'm just gonna actually apply to the high points of my face, especially the forehead, and then so that way you start to get a nice glowy look with just a primer. The other option is they actually have a Radiance primer from Smashbox I recently picked up and I love it. So it's pretty much ends up looking the exact same, no lie. And this has it's a little bit more opaque looking because it has some blurring fillers on in that primer, but same thing, I just tap it on and work it in with my fingertips and get ready to glow. So as you can see, the skin has a real effortless luminosity to it already just with priming the skin and having it moisturizer on. Insane, right? I love it. This is like the look from the side, so you can see it's truly like multi-dimensional glow. Alright, so the next glow tip is about the foundation glow bomb. If you've been with me on this channel a while, you've probably seen this technique. I've used it before in a makeup tutorial, but pretty much you're going to take your foundation that you want to use. Mine's going to be the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. And what you're going to do is mix in a liquid illuminator into the foundation again to make it more radiant. I'm going to use a mixture of these 2. The NYX Born to Glow liquid illuminators. They're kind of like my holy grails. I swear by them, and the price of them is amazing. So I'm going to mix Gleam and Sun Goddess, because Sun Goddess is a little bit of a deeper tone, into my foundation. Again, same thing. I'm going to do it right on the back of the hand and squeeze out about how much I use for foundation. It's about that much. And add like 1 pump of this one, like 1.5. And then I'm adding a pump of this. I'll probably put a little more of this one because it's deeper for me, at least. If you're fair, you can just keep adding more of Gleam, and then there's one other one that's like a shade lighter. So if you're super fair, do that one. That's actually what I do for my best friend whenever I'm doing her makeup. And then just again, you can mix it with your finger, and that is the result. So you can already see it has a lot of dimension to it. And then I'm just going to start popping this on with my fingertips to the skin. And really mix as you glow, because you can make your own coverage. I'm just going to grab a beauty blender and blend it all down. And I'm really just like working this into the skin so it settles itself down. And don't forget to blend it down onto the neck. Alright, so we're going to move into hack number 3, which is your lit moisturizer. This one I've been doing for years, nearly since I was 18, which is almost 10 years ago, and it's just such an easy hack, and I love it, and it's super near and dear to my heart. So what you're going to do is grab a moisturizer. I'm going to be using a Cetaphil moisturizer for face and body, and then what you're going to do is grab pigment. So today I'm going to be using Max Melon pigment, and what you're doing is mixing the two, and it's going to create a really nice sheen and finish to your moisturizer. I'm going to just demo it on the back of my hand like I've been doing. So just drop down that moisturizer. You don't have to be shy about it. And we're going to be applying it to like the neck down area. So I have that bit of moisturizer on there, and then I'm just tapping in some pigment. Oh wow, it just went all over my pants, but no biggie. This can get really messy, so you really should do it over a sink. However, I'm in my living room recording, so that takes the cake on that. And I'm just again mixing it with the fingertips, and that is what that moisturizer ends up looking like. So that's pretty intense, right? And then again, you just work it into your skin and you have a really intense glow. And there we go. Like seriously, look at that collarbone. Like it is popping out and saying hello. So moving to hack number 4, it's super exciting because I got inspired from this YouTube video that I saw someone do this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have everything right here at home. I have to try this out for myself, and I fell in love. I'll link the video down below because I don't remember it off the top of my head, but pretty much you're just making your own intense glow mist. This is just MAC Fix Plus. I mix rose pigment and then also this infamous melon pigment into it. It does tend to settle, so you just need to give it a swirl, unlock it, and then you're just gonna mist your face just a little bit. I'd kind of just do one down the center and one across, just so the high points are the only parts getting this, because it is intense for sure. So I will go back in and press in this glow mist with just a beauty blender, so that way it settles the pigments into the skin. Okay, so hack number 5 is all about a nice dewy amp up. So what we're going to do is grab this Smashbox Primer Oil and use this to give the highlighter, like a normal highlighter, a definite boost. So this comes with a drop dispenser. So I just kind of like get one good pump to load this up, and it's here. I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and just drop like a few drops of it around it. Like 1 or 2. I kind of press it into just because I like to disperse it. And then what I'm going to do is just go over right on the high points of the cheek with this, because that's where I'm going to put the highlighter afterwards. So just a quick dab. And dab on them. Now I'll just go in with a highlighter and a fan brush. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Skin Illuminator in Addiction. I'm starting to hit pan on this, so obviously I'm addicted. And then just go over right where you put that oil. You can make little swirls. We're going to go back in with that beauty blender and then melt this into the skin. So you just like to seal it up, and sometimes I'll take that bare end that doesn't have any product and then again do another little melting moment. Hack number 6 is going back in and exaggerating your shoulders and your collarbones, because with all the cold shoulder tops happening this summer, it is so necessary. So what you're going to do is just go in, grab a fan brush, grab your favorite highlighter. I'm going to switch it up a little bit and go a little bit brighter on the scale, and I'm gonna peek into this Carli Bybel palette. It's the original one, and I really love the highlighters that she did on that with BH Cosmetics. So I'm just gonna swirl it in between these two right here, because these are kind of like really popping when you put them on. And then I'm just gonna go right on the high point of that collarbone, so right where that light's hitting, you just dust it through and fan it. And same thing here, you're gonna dust it through and fan it. I like to get it right there on the collarbone. And then I'll go in and do some circles on the shoulder area. So that way you are super, super glowy. I'll even go down to like the boob area. So I'll like squeeze them up and then just highlight real quick. Literally, I look like I'm not wearing a top for you all. You're welcome. I'm kidding. And again, I'm going to go back in with that beauty blender and just like pat that down. This is so cool for when you go out at night. Like if you're like in the club and like club lights and you're being like having photos with your friends, to me like this just makes you look so popping and like so on. And it's a little extra, but you know, life's too short not to be extra. So hack number 7 is all about blending out your highlight. I cannot stress the importance of that the most. I will go in and apply my highlighter and then go down, and like what I said before, it's like melting it into the skin, because you're literally marrying the highlighter into your skin, so then it's a very seamless finish. So what you'll do is just grab your fan brush again, and I'll just kind of go through the high points just very quickly down the nose, there, up here, amp it up there. I usually apply about 2 different highlighters, and I'm going to go back in with those Carli Bybel ones as well. And just so that way it's like to the max. And then go back in with the beauty blender, and you're just going to press and roll and marry it into the skin. Press and nudge. We'll press and nudge there. And same there. I do the same thing underneath my brows too. So like I'll just go in and pop that there. Marry it down. I really like to finish off any glowy look with really great cheek color. What I've been into lately is just like the cream color pots. This one's from Bobbi Brown in the color Rose. So it's very evenly neutral and flattering for deeper skin tones. And what I'll do is just go in with a blush brush, swirl it, and stipple that onto the cheeks just to add a little bit more color underneath for you. And that way you look really nice and healthy. Okay, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know what was your favorite hack down below, and I'll let you know mine too down there. I also have all the products in the description box, so if you have any questions about what was used, it'll be down there. There's also a blog post for this whole video that breaks it down for you. So you have 2 great resources in case you forget anything, because I want you to glow just in time for Memorial Day. You gotta look fierce at those pool parties and always slay. And I'll catch you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye.